Hi, welcome to this demonstration on the AcePos touchscreen basic system. This system is meant for managing your food and beverage outlets such as restaurants, cafes, bistros, karaokes, and many others. You can issue all sales bills using this system. You can obtain full management analysis of sales of food and beverage items selectable by range of dates you wish to analyze using this system. And you can manage all inventory quantities using the system. The system is very easy to use using touchscreen hardware together with the AcePos touchscreen software, where you can display the items available to order on a screen itself by using pictures or words. Here is an example. You will be able to do complete income analysis of where your income are coming from, like for example, how many percent of your income comes from food and how many percent from beverage items. What are the hardware requirements needed to operate this system? You can operate this system on a laptop or standard PC with a receipt printer, as you can see in this picture here. Using a standard PC without any screen that has touch capabilities is also possible, as you can use the mouse to click on the items when using the system. Or you can use an integrated system like what you can see here. Of course, the integrated hardware system is much more space saving and attractive, but you do need to invest a little bit more. You can choose whether you want to connect a cash drawer to store the cash received or a customer poll display to show to the customer how much they need to pay you. Now let's go into the actual demonstration of the system. First, we click on the icon representing the system and you will notice that the password screen will show up. Enter your user's name and password. If correct, the system will allow you access. You can set as many users' names and password as you like, with each name and password being given access to only certain sections of the system. Next, the system will pick up the current date and time of the computer, and if you find these to be incorrect, then you can go to the other section and click on change today's date. Now, the changing of the date of the system is a privileged option, which means only higher management users can do this. This is the main menu of the system where all the selectable options are. You will notice that there are four main sections. Maintenance, where all the options for you to create new item codes, new classifications, etc. are provided. For every item or chargeable service that you provide at your outlet, you need to first create an item code for it. Then you will specify which of the screen touch buttons represent the sales of which items so that the user can touch the correct button when doing a sale. The posting section, where you use all the options available under here to update your daily transactions such as sales to customers and purchase of items from suppliers. The report section, where you are able to print all the management and analysis reports from the system. The other section, where there are utility options for you to manage the system, configure the way you want the system to use to manage your restaurant or cafe business. Let's go to the maintenance section to see what options are available. The first option available is the creation of analysis type. This allows you to set up how you want to classify all your sales and service items such as food items, beverage items, souvenir items, and so on. The way you classify your sales item will be how the management sales report will appear. For example, if you are classifying your sales item by food and beverage and souvenir items, then in your management report you'll be able to see total sales by these classifications and their sales percentage contribution to your outlet in terms of sales value, cost value, and profit percentages. Here is an example of such a report based on these classifications. You can see from this management sales report the sales analysis by food items, by beverage items, and also the profit percentage contribution from each. The second option available under this section is the creation of stock codes. This is where you can actually set up the individual sales item codes into the system, and each item is classified into the above classifications that you have created earlier. You can have the system automatically create a stock code for each sales item, or you can enter your code manually. Here is an example of the input screen to enter the details of each item. As you can see, the main details of each item such as description, unit selling price are entered into the system here. Once this process is done, you can decide which touch button on the screen should represent which sales item when the user touches the screen. This process is named touch keys programming, as you can see here in this example. Now the touch screen is ready for you to use. Since we are here at the touch keys programming, I might as well show you this option which allows you to set up the table layout at your outlet. You can actually superimpose your actual photo of your floor space at your outlet if you want to into this table layout. You can create different table layout for different sections of your outlet. You can also use this option to create the types of payment that you will accept at your outlet, like cash denominations and credit card types. The last option under the maintenance section is for deletion of unused stock codes or old codes which you don't want to use anymore in the future. Deleting old codes will make this system work more efficiently. Let's go to the next main section of the system, which is the posting section. The first option available here is the post operation option, which is the main option used by the users daily to produce sales bills to the customers when they pay for their purchases at your restaurant or cafe. Let me show you how easy it is to use this touchscreen system to issue sales bill. First, you enter the cash float for the day into the system. This is the loose change of cash which the cashiers have for the start of business. An actual start of business slip is printed, and the users keep this as a starting record in the cash drawer. The main table layout screen is next displayed on the screen. To produce a bill for the customer, you need to touch on which table he is at first. Next, you touch on the number of guests at that table, and then you proceed to the orders items screen. The order items screen is categorized by the main categories button, and inside each main category there are category items as can be seen here. If the first page of main category is not enough, you can go on to the next page of the category by touching the up and down buttons, or the main button to go back to the first page. Every sales item you provide is either in words or in pictures on the screen, making the system very easy to use. Just touch on the button representing the item for this customer and the billing is automated. The item ordered is shown on the left side of the screen, as you can see here. If he orders more than one, you can enter the number that he orders followed by the actual item. If you make a mistake with the order, you can touch on the wrong item and touch on the delete button. All cancellations or void, as we call it, must be authorized by a valid password, like in this case. If you wish to change some information on a specific item ordered, such as quantity, unit price, or discount given, you can touch on the item, then choose Edit Posting and select the appropriate changes that you want to do. You can also cancel the entire bill if you find that a lot of items were wrongly ordered by touching on this button. If you find the main details of the bill wrong, such as dine-in or takeaway, you can touch on this button to change the details. Takeaway may not have service charge, whereas dine-in has service charge as well. This type of options can be set by you under the system. You can either touch on the hold and print button to print the bill and hold it pending payment when the customer completes his meal. Or you can just hold without printing the bill by pressing the hold button. You can set fixed discount buttons of say 10% or 20% just like these when giving discount to your customer. Discount given can be set to be authorized by passwords only. Next, if you wish to settle the bill, you can touch the settle button to collect payment by cash or by credit cards. If the customer pays by cash, just touch any of the fixed cash denomination button or enter the amount paid manually by touching this button. Or if payment is for exact amount, by touching the exact amount button. If payment is by credit card, you can touch one of the credit cards button, enter the amount paid, enter the credit card number, and click on charge or touch the charge to button. The final bill with the payment details will be printed. You can print 2 copies of the bill if you want to give 1 copy to the customer and 1 to keep as your own record. Under the table layout screen, there is a functions button which has other options like checking on cash balance in the cash drawer, checking on selling prices of items, splitting a bill, combine tables or change tables, reprinting a bill, cancelling a bill, changing a bill's details, and opening the cash drawer. At the end of the day of shift, you touch the exit button, and this exit process can be controlled by a password to allow only authorized manager to allow the exit. The system will track the total payment types received for the day. This is where the cash counting is done to tally with the totals given by the system. When a post-system operation is ended, at the end of the day, a printout is given which should be matched with the start of day printout earlier and kept as proof of the day's operation. Under the posting section, you also have an update bill option, which is used to update sales bill if you have chosen to use the system offline. Meaning when you issue the sales bill, the system does not deduct the stocks immediately, but only when you execute this update bill process. This offline or online status can be set by you under the administrative tools section of the system. You will use offline status when you find that you need to do sales billing first before you have the time to key in all the stock purchases for the day. The next option available under the posting section is the purchase posting option to post all stock purchases so that the system will help you track the stock items quantity balance. For such items such as canned or bottled drinks, you can post all the purchases using this option. Finally, there is a stock tick option for you to key in all the stock tick figures, the quantity when you conduct such a stock tick, to adjust the stock figures to follow the physical stock balance. Next, let's go to the report section. These are the reports you can get from this system. The daily sales report gives you an analysis of the day's income by type of payments or by types of products, as can be shown here. You can print this report in summary form or in detail form. Let's print one more by products. Next, the post-transaction report gives you full details of all the cash bill printed for the customers. You can use this option to check on every single transaction concluded for the day. You can track all bills by printing or viewing this report for the selected range of dates. All these reports can be previewed on screen or can be printed physically to a printer. Next, the peak hour sales report shows you the times of the day when your business is at its best. It also gives important statistical figures such as average spending per bill, average number of guests per bill, etc. It also gives you an indication of the table turns. Which tables are the popular tables for your customers? The cashier's collection report shows the total cash or credit card payments received by cashiers for the days, which allows you to identify who is responsible for how much of collection. Next, the management reports are the most important reports for you. This can be printed by sales and by stock balanced. If you have entered the cost of all your products of every sales item, you can enter the cost password and the reports will show you profitability based on the actual sales. The management reports have many levels of printing, which makes the report more and more detailed as you go to the lower levels. At level 4, you would have the full details of every single item sold under the individual departments and product categories, as you can see here. The quantity is indicated, the gross sales, discount, net sales, cost, and profit, plus percentage contribution towards your sales. The void or cancellation report will print all cancellations of sales item, if any, so that you can check for such cancellations and as to who authorized those cancellations. This will help you to identify unauthorized cancellations. The discount report will print the details of any discount, if given, and authorized by whom. The service tax and sales tax report will print any tax amount that you have charged to your customers. Next, the stock index report gives a listing of all your different sales codes that you have created in the system. The analysis table listing gives a listing for all the classifications that you have created. The stock balance report prints for those sales items the quantity balance to help you track the items. This report will show each and every item with the quantity balance and individual cost value, giving you a total of value of stock that you still have at your outlet. The stock sales analysis report shows the income derived from the sales of each item. It gives you the month-to-date and year-to-date sales of every single item. You can also print this report rank in the order of top sales. You can choose, for example, the top 10 sales item, either by month-to-date or year-to-date sales, based on quantity, sales, or profit. The stock transactions report lists all types of transactions that you have posted in the system for checking purposes such as stock purchases, sales transactions, etc. The same applies to the stock ledger, which you can use to check on any particular stock item. The next section under the other section have options such as administrative tools where you can set up different users with different access rights to the system, different ways of operating this AcePos system. Here are some examples. Now you can configure this system to work the way that you need to at your outlet. There are many selections here for you to choose from. For example, password protection, you can specify whether you want to have password control for discount, cancel bill, reprint bill, deactivation, exit, and so on. You can specify in this section under tax, for example, how much is the government tax, how much is the service charge, if there's any. You can specify what sort of device you want to attach to your PC or to your integrated system to work with the AcePos software. You can even link the system to a CCTV system if you have that option under your CCTV system. You can also export important files to delimited data files which can be easily read by standard applications such as Excel. You have now come to the end of this demonstration. Thank you for your time in watching this presentation.